If you're doing between $1 and $5 million in restoration and growth feels harder, not easier, this video is for you. And here's the fastest way to know if you're stuck in restoration. If your business makes less profit as your revenue goes up, you're trapped in operator mode. And that's not a character flaw. It's simply a business design problem. And I know this because I founded a restoration company that I built to 8 figures, and I got stuck at different levels. Like once I was stuck at $3 million of revenue, making less money than I did when I did $1 million of revenue. And that was a really big breaking point in my career. It's part of why Albi exists. It's part of why I'm shooting these videos, because I want other restorers to have that aha moment to get themselves off of this hamster wheel. And today I want to show you the real reason you're stuck and give you a framework to break through it for good. And at the end, I'm going to give you a simple diagnostic to pinpoint exactly where you need to focus first. This isn't theory. This is literally a playbook that I've battle tested, and I still battle test throughout my restoration companies today. Most restorers think that they're stuck because they need more leads, or because insurance companies are difficult, or because their team doesn't care as much as they do. But here's the truth. Your business isn't stuck because of any of those. It's stuck because of your mindset and because of the belief that you have. Specifically, the belief that you doing everything is the only way to get things done right. You gotta get rid of that. Throw it out the window. And I know what you're thinking right now. I know what you're feeling. I felt that too, but that belief was what kept my business for a while. And when I got rid of it, my business has just flourished. Does this sound familiar? You're constantly putting out fires. Cash feels tight even though revenue is up. Adjusters, man, they feel like adversaries, and your team just literally like, what is wrong with them? They're literally missing things that they should know to do by now. And now here's the other thing before we dive into the framework. You didn't start a business to build yourself a more stressful job, but that's exactly what happens when a business scales without leverage and without the proper mindsets. Now, the core shift that's going to get you unstuck from this moment moving forward is for you to stop thinking like an operator and start thinking like an owner. An operator wakes up every single day solving today's problems. They react, they carry the weight. They're the hero everyone goes to when something breaks. And in the early stages of restoration, that's what we get rewarded for. The first $1 million is literally that. An owner thinks differently though. They design systems so problems don't keep repeating. They build people instead of rescuing them. They create leverage so the business can move forward without their constant involvement. The entire game changes when you stop asking, how do I do this? And you start asking, how do I build this so I'm no longer required? And I know it's scary because again, a lot of our identities are tied to the businesses that we build, but trust me, the only way to free yourself is that way. That single question is the difference between a business that traps you and one that frees you. So how do you build a business that doesn't require you? You use leverage. There's a brilliant thinker that I've learned a lot about, especially after switching over to the software side. His name's Naval Ravikant. And he's the founder of Angels List. He said that there are 4 forms of leverage in the modern world: collaboration, capital, code, and talent. And leverage is this concept of a small input that gives you a maximum output. And most restorers only use one, and it's their own labor, their own hands, their own time. And that works at $500K, but it breaks at $3 million. Real scale comes from the other 3. So you need to find collaboration leverage where you could build a team with clear roles, standards, and accountability so work gets done without you being the hero. Capital leverage is using money intentionally to buy back your time, to stabilize cash flow, to invest within the business and know where you spend the next dollar instead of just throwing money at problems or being on the reactive roller coaster. And code leverage, this is what most restorers are missing. Code is systems, it's software, it's workflows, it's automation. And those things work while you sleep. And the future of restoration is actually agentic AI. And that's something I'm passionate about. I've been speaking on stage about. But it's this concept of you could take your brain power and all of the amazing things that you've put together and program them into an AI bot that could have the knowledge. But also you could start training these little AI bots to do different parts of your business and make sure everything is streamlined. And this is why we built Albi. We saw restorers drowning in manual tasks using 5 different apps that didn't talk to each other. It was chaos. And Albi's literally code leverage for restoration. It's one platform to build your entire business on, from job management to photo documentation, financials, and analytics. It connects the office to the field, it automates workflows, and it gives you the data to make smart decisions. When you rely only on yourself, growth feels heavy. But when you build leverage within the business, growth finally feels light. Now, if this video is resonating so far, hit that subscribe button and follow our channel because we drop videos like these every single week. Okay, so you're ready to be an owner and build leverage, but where do you start? Restoration's noisy, there's stuff all over the place, and it's very easy to get distracted. And at our last Restoration Mastermind event, Evolve, I literally sat on stage and talked about the concept of sequence. Hustlers fail at scale. The way you actually build value in restoration is to have a sequence. And you need a sequence, an intentional order of operations. Think of it like digging for water. You don't dig 10 shallow holes at once. You dig one deep hole until it produces, and then you move on. And in my book, Restoration Millionaire, which I'm giving to you for free, go to restorationmillionaire.com and you can have it for free. We talk about the Restoration Millionaire method. And the concept's simple. First, you focus on mastering one service. Even if you're doing everything all at once, you go back to basic first principles and go to your mitigation department and you focus on that. It's the most profitable, fastest to cash, and the easiest to systematize. You go put in a leader in there, you go and systematize that entire part of your organization. And then you pair that with one go-to-market motion. By go-to-market motion, it's a systemic way that you're bringing leads in. And I recommend online marketing being the first place you look under, because you can literally trade $1 for $1 back or $1 for $10 back very easily, and all you need is a really good online marketing company. We recommend James LaRosa with Restoration Growth Partners, but there's a bunch of them out there. So as you're looking at the sequence, you're basically going one by one and fixing and systematizing and applying these 4 C's of leverage to each one of these, call them fishing holes. And then once that is producing, then you move on to another fishing hole, which is your referral sources, and you go fix those. Plumbers, agents, property managers, and you want to get a cadence of repeatable revenue that doesn't rely on you. Well, a huge hack that I've done is hiring a BDR that's already done this in another industry. So I hired a BDR that basically did BDR work for Abra Auto Body and sold basically windshields to insurance agents. She came with that entire book of business to our restoration business and produced wonders. And then once demand is mastered, then you go and look into other service offerings if you don't do them yet. If you already do them, then you go fix them, like contents or reconstruction. The order matters. The longer you could stay mitigation heavy, or at least have most of your revenue come from mitigation, the simpler your operation stays and the more profitable you're going to be. And then you stack on other referral sources on that same foundation so you could hyper focus. And that's how you scale without chaos. And thinking about all of this is how you move from operator, man, I got to just serve all the customers, to owners. What's the sequence that I have to do? And if this feels uncomfortable, good. That means you're seeing the real issue. You're not broken. You're not incapable. You were just never taught how to transition from operator to owner. And that's why you're an operator working a 15-hour job that probably drowns you in work. So here's a diagnostic we promise. Just ask yourself, which part of my business is the most dependent on me now? Is it sales, project management, financials? What is it? And actually, you could pause this video and write it down real quick. Whatever the answer is, that's your starting point. That's the first place to apply the principles of ownership and leverage. And just let go of it. And in the comment below, you can comment what it is. And at Albi, our mission is to give you the tools to make that transition, to give you the code leverage, to give you the content leverage that you need to get out of the weeds and back to leading. So if you comment below, I'll reply back and I'll try my best to help get you unstuck. If you got value from this video, the best way to continue learning with us is to subscribe to the Albi channel. We're committed to bringing you the best strategies to help you build a business that serves you, not the other way around. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.